All right, I'm going to show you the ultimate opening range break strategy from start to finish, including installing indicators, setting them up, putting the settings on, doing what I need to do to find out what is going on at the opening range. That's the first 15 minutes of it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to first light beacon, and we're going to need 2 of those, and then we're going to need our bread and butter. B&B, there it is right there. Okay, so first thing we're going to set up is our opening range. And we're going to use New York 930 and 945. We're going to go to style and turn that off, turn that off, turn that off. And then we're going to turn off the closes and buys. I'm not going to use the buy signals. Right. And now what we need to do is we need to go to our first light beacon here. I like to leave the glows on. All right. And we're going to set this to New York. Yep. And we want to see New York as red. And we want our midline to be red as well. And enable candle color. Yes, I want that. And that should be it for that. And then the second one, what we're going to do is we're going to go to scalping, and we're going to set this to 45. And we want to see that zone as yellow and that midline as yellow. Right. And then we will have, we get a little, not as bright there. And then we should, and we'll take these off of here, buy line, sell line, midline. Boom. And now we have our chart set up for the opening range break. And hold on, I missed something here. And we're on scalping 45. Oh, the squeeze zones. I do not want the squeeze zones. Sorry, squeeze ons. If you're a lineman, you know what that is. We want these turned off for this. All right, that is how we want our chart set. Now, I'm just going to go to a very basic day. All right, and we are on the 1 minute time frame. And what we're looking for, this is super easy. So here is 930 right here with this new orb creates right there. Okay, what do we want to see? We want to see this zone leave. So we can turn this off for now if we want. And we see that the session, this is the New York session right here. So New York intraday, this is 930 right here where it started. The New York session has left the opening range right here. Okay, that midline, that's what we're looking at, is that crossover from that red midline right there. So it happened. I like to draw a line on it, so just so I can use it. Happened right there. Okay. Now, what we want to do is we want to wait for price to retrace so we can get into the buy since it broke out the top side. Okay. And here is, if we turn this one off, here is the end cap. This is the new 45-minute candle because we're on 45-minute candles on this setting right here on scalping. The new one started right here. Well, this is called an end cap. All right. And what we want to do is draw that out. All right. We're going to do that, and we're going to wait for price to come back down on the 5 minute time frame. That's why I drew the line there. So remember right where it broke out, and we're going to wait for price to come down, this to turn red, right? And then turn green again at the same time, respecting this end cap, respecting the New York zone and the opening range right here. That's what this white line is indicating. And your entry is going to be right there. And then we're going to go to this high or whatever it is that you want to do. And our stop loss usually goes under the zone right there, or you can get away with going under the body of the candle or something like that. But I personally like the zones right here, because it's a good invalidation point, and you can run whatever RR you want or let it go for as long as you want. I like to hold it really if you're going to hold until you get candles started breaking down the beacon line on this 5 minutes. So, or you can swap back to the 1 minute like this or another time frame, whatever you want to do, and look at it closing below that beacon line right there. So if you look, you get a close right here, which is about 2.75, 327 ticks. All right, so that's closed underneath it. I don't think, no, there was no closes underneath. Oh, one right here, so you could have possibly gotten out here. Or you can, what you can do, and a lot of users are doing that, is they're trailing this zone right here. Trailing this zone right here, right? And you're waiting on pullbacks on the new ones, and then you continue trailing it right here, and eventually you get stopped right here, which is about the same as just closing if it breaks underneath there. You go to a 2-minute time frame, you're risking getting a bad entry if it turns around on, or a bad exit if it turns around on you, but it is letting you stay in the trade until like maybe the beacon line turns red or something. But that's just experimenting. Here we are here. We get a close underneath right here, which would be about the same as trailing down here. So you can toy with it and figure out what option you like the best. Now let's try this on another day. So we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to go to the 1-minute time frame, and we're just going to wait for those conditions to happen. And the best part about this is you can set alerts so that when this leaves the orb, you get a ding, and then you can come look at the chart. You don't even have to sit here and wait around for this to happen. You can just come look at the chart. So here is an example again. So the 1 minute right here breaks out, right? I'll turn this off for clarity. So the 1 minute zone session, this is the session indication, has left the opening range. Okay, so you draw your little line. Well, now we're looking for retracement on the 45 from the next, the end cap after the break, or before the break. Sorry, can't speak today. So the end cap before the break is right here. It's this one. Where's my little, I moved it. There it is. It's this one right here. And we are going to draw our zone. And if you look, price never comes up and closes over the middle line. This middle line right here, we can draw. You can just go ahead and mark that middle line and just get rid of this box if we want to. And price never closed over it. And then our beacon's turning red. So you can use that as an entry as well. But since you have open end caps down here, I would be very weary of what price is going to do. And since this is open below, there's a lot of orders sitting here that could reject this. Okay, so I would short this, but I would be trailing. I would be making sure that I'm trailing, and not quite trying to get to this low here. When you see a situation like this, I always go to this beacon line when I'm looking for a take profit. And there it is right there. See how price kind of wicked into it and then shot right back up right here. So that would have been a good entry. You would have gotten, let's see here. So if you would have taken the red, and then here's a retest on the zone. So maybe you got in right here and got in a drawdown, or maybe you did wait for this retest. Who knows? But when it turned red there. And my stop loss is the zone, right? And then I'm taking profit at that beacon line. This is a 3.26 with 297 ticks. And you did go into 60 ticks of drawdown. So, but we all know that shorts have big pullbacks typically. So this crash pulled back. You got to kind of expect this right here to happen. So there's that. And if you look, here is another day. And this one is much more clear and breaks out, retest, goes. This one right here is not very good. And if you notice, the background color is helping you determine direction on the retest of that 1045 zone, right? So pay attention to that. This one right here, we got to turn we didn't get a break all day long. So you probably shouldn't take this. And we are looking at NASDAQ. Or NQ. So you probably should just leave this one alone and go for another pair. I have a screener that I have this set on for gold, NQ, ES, S&P, or YM, and oil, and micro Bitcoin. So I have a screener that I just wait for one of these to happen, and then I go looking to see to get into the actual trade. So this one didn't happen until, let's see, 1:10 p.m. It finally broke. Right? But if you wanted to, if I consider this more advanced, like this is this is helping the newer traders get into trades that are confirmed. But if you look at this 1045 end cap right here, or I'm sorry, 1030 end cap right here, draw your zone. Look at price. What does price do? Price comes up to it, turns around, and immediately breaks. And we turn red on the retest of that break. That is a really good entry right there. That is giving you a solid entry. These zones are very real. There's lots of orders sitting there waiting behind them. All right, so here we go again. Here's the 10. Well, let's see. So we're breaking out. We haven't left yet, but again, like for our more advanced users, you can look at this right here and see what's going on. I would take this, and here's our end cap at 1030, and look at this wick right into it. Right, that is an amazing trade right there. And then here is the retest. Again, breaking out and going up. So if you were really looking for the retest coming back down, I bet you if we go to 5 minutes on that, we're going to see it very clear. Let's go. Okay, that's not it. It's this one over here. Was it that one? Yep. So we're going to look at this right here and look at how clear that is with the beacon line retesting. See how this beacon lines? I'm going to turn off the candles so you can see it. And we're going to turn off that. Well, we need that because the beacon. So you see how this is turning red and then it starts turning green as it's retesting this 1030 zone right here, this end cap of the 45-minute candle. And then our session indication is literally over the orb. So this is giving you clear indication that price is breaking out up. And you can use these candle colors in confluence with the beacon color, like this beacon line right here, the green and the red, to help get into positions. But what I do is, this is the 5 minute. I don't want to go on the drawdown. So I look and I go, okay, so these are meeting conditions. And then I drop into a smaller time frame and start looking for little bull flags on a 1 minute, maybe 2 minute, maybe even 30 seconds, and looking for entries for that. So that is the way that I trade the orb breaks. And then I have a screener chart that has all this on there. So it doesn't have the candles. I don't care about the candles. I just have 6 screens split up with, you know, how TradingView does it. And when the this one leaves the zone like this right here, it did right here, I get a ding and I come start looking. I start to look for a trade. And this is really going to help. Now, this is our orb breakout strategy using 2 first light beacon zones. This is the updated version of the first light beacon. We just did some visualization to it, made the zones a little gradient or whatever, made them glow a little bit. It's kind of cool. But also we have our 1-shot, 1-kill automated trading bot. And what that does is that actually, here it is right here. This is with 15 contracts. 15 contracts right there, set at 70 take profits and 6 tick stop losses. And this is what this is doing is this is taking the 9:31, so it can only trade from 9:31 a.m. to 9:36 Eastern Standard Time. That's the breakout of the daily, or I'm sorry, the US session start. It catches the momentum. So if you look right here on 122, 932, it catches the momentum and sends our API call to NinjaTrader and gets into the trade and then takes profit at 70 ticks. And if you look 122, 23, 24, then that was the weekend, and 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. So pretty much 30, we had this mishap. It's going to happen every now and then. And then bam, right after that. So 3 minutes later, it gets into another trade and clears 5,000. So this is with 15 contracts. If you want to see it with one, here's it with one contract of NQ. So it would be 27.43, drawdown $34. Obviously the numbers are kind of the same, but this is after 7. This is from the 22nd to the 31st. So this is our new trading bot that we are running at 9:30 every single morning from now on. We did a live test last week with it and it did really well. And we are offering this now with the Hunters Club package And you can actually get that by going to our website. I'm going to show you what to do on that too. So we'll go to breakouthunter.com, right? Punch this in. And I'm going to swap over to the website right now so you can see it, because I don't want anybody to get left behind. And we will transform this to fit the screen. Oh, I see what's going on here. Okay, here we go. So yeah, so here is our website right here. Pretty neat, breakouthunter.com. And if you need funding, you can click on this button right here and it will bring you to the prop firms. If you're not familiar with a prop firm, just come check it out and look what's going on. It'll help you with funding to trade. And then here's some reviews. These are real. You can talk to them in our Discord. And then it's just a very basic site to get you to where you're going. You just click free trial and then sign up. You get 3 days for free. And if you use coupon code 50OFF3, you'll actually get, see, watch, 50OFF3 will take 50% off for your first 3 months. So that will help you out in getting started, especially if you're a new trader. And this is the one shot, one kill. It also includes the live scalping sessions and trades and alerts, and we do a Bitcoin swing strategy that we look to take every week and close in profit off of every week. So if you would like to join us, go ahead to our website, breakouthunter.com, and just follow the prompts. Once you check out, you'll be prompted to claim your indicators and then your Discord access. Once you get to your Discord, we have tutorials and settings and everything else in there for you to figure out how to use everything. And if you have any questions, either me or someone's in there that will help you out. All right. Have a good one.